Welcome to Atomic Habits. Chapter 1. The Surprising Power of Atomic Habits. This chapter lays the foundation for everything that follows in the book. It begins with a simple yet powerful idea. Tiny changes make a big difference. We often think that to change our lives we need massive action, but James Clear invites us to see things differently. He shows us how small habits, repeated consistently, can have a massive impact over time. Let's explore the key lessons from this chapter. First, what exactly is an atomic habit? The word atomic means something very small, like an atom, but it also means foundational and incredibly powerful. So, an atomic habit is a tiny routine or behavior, but when it's repeated daily, it becomes the building block of remarkable success. James Clear explains the power of making just 1% improvements every day. It might seem too small to matter, right? But here's the magic. If you get just 1% better each day for a year, you'll end up 37 times better by the end of the year. That's the power of compound growth. But this works both ways. If you get just 1% worse each day, you slowly drift into failure, often without even realizing it. Clear puts it beautifully. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Just like money multiplies through compound interest, the effects of your habits multiply as you repeat them. At first, the results are invisible. You feel like nothing's changing. But one day, something clicks, and everything shifts. That's what he calls the plateau of latent potential. He gives an example. Imagine an ice cube sitting in a freezing room. The temperature is -5 degrees, then -4, then -3. Still, nothing happens. But when the room reaches 0 degrees, suddenly, the ice begins to melt. That final degree made the visible change, but the build-up before it? That was just as important. Change was happening all along. It just hadn't revealed itself yet. Another core message of this chapter is about systems. James Clear says, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." We often focus on setting goals, but goals are just outcomes. What truly shapes your future is the system you follow daily, your habits. And finally, the chapter touches on a subtle truth. Bad habits often give you immediate rewards, even if they hurt you long-term. Good habits usually feel hard at first, but they pay off later. Understanding this time delay is key. If we learn to trust the process, to stay consistent, even when results are invisible, we set ourselves up for long-term transformation. So here's the big takeaway from Chapter 1. Small changes, consistently practiced, are the most powerful force for transformation. It's not about being perfect. It's not about doing everything at once. It's about showing up every day and trusting that the small steps you take will lead to something extraordinary. Thank you for listening to Chapter 1 of Atomic Habits. In the next episode, we'll dive into why habits matter and how they shape not just our actions, but our very identity. Until then, remember this: every tiny habit counts.